This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, it was all scripted until Adolis Garcia flipped the script with the game-winning walk-off home run, and the Rangers get a huge win to bounce back and even the series and beat the mighty Dodgers by the final of 4-3. What a game, what a finish, and here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every single day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs. Blessed to be with you as always. Longtime host and reporter. Happy to be with you. Thank you for watching the Locked On Rangers podcast feed as well. That's where you will find the great work of Bryce Patrick every single day. But today it is all about Adolis Garcia, the walk-off home run, and a huge win for the Rangers.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, we got another pitcher's duel between Nathan Eovaldi and Roki Sasaki. We will get into that. The Rangers get not one, but two home runs, two much-needed home runs to boost their sagging offense. Huge at bat for Adolis to come through like he did in the bottom of the ninth. What a dramatic finish and what a win. We talked about this series being a test, an early test so far this season. And now, as tough as last night was, getting shut out, and as tough as this game was until the bottom of the ninth, now the series is even, and the Rangers have a chance to actually win it in the finale tomorrow with a very, very hot and strong Tyler Mahle set to take the mound in the finale. So it's can't underestimate. It's a huge win for the Rangers, and needless to say, the turning point segment for this game, not hard to figure out.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Alert, it was Adolis' home run, El Bombi's home run in the bottom of the ninth. That's when the game turned. But let's kind of recap some of the highlights. First of all, welcome back, Josh Smith. Good to have Josh back in there. And I mean, he just missed, by probably about that much, tying the game with his smash in the bottom of the ninth. Okay. But hey, I mean, to his credit, even after that, he followed up with a double. And if he doesn't get that double, then there's no walk-off win potentially, because Adolis would have come up. It would have been a solo shot. So give credit to Josh Smith. And boy, man, was it great to have him back in the lineup. They need him, and it's nice to see him back in there. Nice to see him continuing to swing the bat so well. And man, it looks like he just picked up right where he left off. He's been off all week long, and there he is. And it was great to see him there. Up until that point, I mean, you had the two hits for Kyle Higashioka. Credit to him. Got things started early in this game, bottom of the third, with the two-run homer, fastball down the middle, and good to see Higashioka get his first home run as a Ranger. He was due. Happy for him to see that. Dodgers came right back, though, in the fourth and took the lead 3-2. And I felt bad for Nate Eovaldi. By the way, Nate Eovaldi, 6 innings, ended up giving up the five hits, 3 runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. But the number I was looking at, in his 5 starts this season, the Rangers have scored only 6 runs. So that's got to change. They got to pick him up a little bit more. But I mean, you could tell the great thing about Nate, I mean, his fastball command is so good now at this point in his career. And that's what you see. This pitchers will rely on that command and control early until they feel comfortable until they can really feel comfortable throwing strikes with their other pitches. Now, we're talking about a pitcher like Eovaldi. We're splitting hairs because he's around the plate and his command and control is pretty much pinpoint. But today, just some of the off fastball, the split, the cutter were not quite where he wanted it to be, and that home run that Freddie Freeman hit, well, it didn't go where he wanted it to go. Obviously, now I thought in the sixth, when Eovaldi struck out Freeman, that's what he was trying to do in the fourth, and it worked out that time. It didn't work out in the fourth. But hey, great win, and again, credit to this Ranger team. I mean, the way it was going, and just kind of the LA love fest with how great the team is, and you look at their payroll, and I mean, their payroll is $100 million more than the Rangers, and the script was all set for Kirby Yates to get his first Dodger save against the Rangers, and it was all perfect until Adolis Garcia flipped the script with his walk-off home run. I mean, that, yeah. and the other stat too is, and to me, it means something. They highlighted it a couple times that the Rangers were 5-0 in one-run games this season, and the fact that they're now 6-0. Okay, that's good. I mean, I'll take that. I like that. That means that if the game is close or there's a chance to hang on or to pull it out, they're going to get it done. And I'm going to, that's a stat that I like, and I'm going to keep my eye on for sure. Kyle Higashioka had 2 hits. Marcus Semien had 2 hits, and then he had the double for Josh Smith and the home run for Adolis Garcia. 5 hits, 4 runs, and a huge win over the Dodgers by the final of 4-3. They will take it. I thought the bullpen after Nate Eovaldi did really, really well. Garcia gave up that 1 hit, but he ended up with a couple strikeouts, had a walk as well. And then Webb did a great job in his 2 innings. I mean, 1 K and no hits, he was great. And again, can't say enough about Adolis Garcia. We talked about him the first homestand and the first series against the Red Sox. They touched on it a little bit today during the broadcast. But man, when he's right and he's feeling good and he's got that energy, it just makes all the difference in the world. And that fastball that he hit right down the middle, jumped all over it. And back to Nate Eovaldi again. I feel like we're kind of splitting hairs here. I mean, the Dodgers are obviously a really, really good hitting team, and it doesn't take much of, they don't need much room to make you pay or to do damage as good hitting teams do. And we're going to see that with the Rangers when they get going. We'll see them jump on a lot of pitchers down the road. But right now, the Dodgers are, they're swinging the bats well. They're leading baseball in home runs, and like I said, it doesn't take much to give them an opening, and they take advantage of it. But hey, you got to finish, and for all the money and all the moves that they made in the bullpen, good to see Adolis come through. I mean, that home run today in this game, with everything that's going on with the offense and just kind of where this team is at right now, it can't, words, hard to put into words, really, honestly. Just a huge, huge home run, and what a finish, what a dramatic win, and the Rangers will take it 4-3. All right, I know a lot of you want to jump in via the comment crew. We're going to get to your comments. We'll get into that when we return. Thanks for hanging with me on this Saturday. Rangers got a huge walk-off win over the Dodgers. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. All right, I want to talk to you about Upwork really quickly and what they're doing. And we've been talking about them. And, scaling your business requires the right expertise at the right time. With Upwork, you can find specialized freelancers in marketing, development, design, and more, experts ready to help you take your business to the next level. Upwork gives business flexibility by connecting them with top freelance talent across multiple industries, including IT, AI, web development, and marketing. Whether you need extra hands for a project or a long-term partner, Upwork makes hiring simple and affordable. Helps you find the right talent, fast and easy hiring, cost-effective growth. Instead of hiring full-time, Upwork helps you find affordable, top-tier freelancers that can scale your business efficiently. So visit Upwork.com right now. Post your job for free. That's Upwork.com, Upwork.com, to connect with top talent and grow your business today. And also, got to tell you what they're doing over at Supply House. And you can get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades. Supply House, whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Please use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. All right, of course, the only negative of the day was another 0 for day for Jock Peterson, who had 2 at-bats, is now in a horrific 0 for 38 slump. Manager Bruce Bochy kind of hinted before the game that with Wyatt Langford set to return tomorrow, he may give Jock the day off and let Josh DH and put Wyatt back in the outfield. Wyatt was at the game today. Bochy wanted to just kind of give him a kind of a reacclimation day, if you will, before putting him back in the lineup, but he will be ready to go. And another welcome return for the Rangers and this offense. All right, let's hear from you via the comment crew. Thank you guys for jumping in. Let's see. We got a lot of comments. Rockland Revolution says, OMG walk-off home run, El Bombi. Chase Erickson says, hello, win column. Ryan says, wow, what a game. Great to see Adolis step up. This bodes well for us. The sheriff says, not only a walk-off, but a walk-off on Yates. Yeah, absolutely. Flip the script. Please switch the lineup around. This is I'm so woke. Okay. Please switch the lineup around. Smith needs to be in the leadoff, and Harris needs to play center field. Isaac says, absolutely insane of an ending to get the win. Still perfect in 1-run games. Yeah, great point. Ryan says, also, Josh Smith is the man. The real deal says, you don't like that. You like that, don't you? Walk off World Series preview, no doubt. Thanks, real deal. I think I got you there. ADK says, Dodgers fan here. If this is a World Series preview, it's going to be a lot better World Series than against the Yankees. Good win for the Rangers. That was a good dig. That's fair. Yeah, that's a good one. Paul Wilson says, gotta love this game. ADK 6-0 1-run games, hell of a stat. Shallow Water said Garcia is still him. Okay. Noah Day says the offense needed that walk-off homer. Hopefully it fires them up. Oh, absolutely. Yuda says, can Dustin Harris play center? Well, Wyatt's going to be back, so he'll play center. But Harris he's going to be in the lineup for a bit longer for sure. Dodgers fans taking over the stadium is so annoying. Grant said, yeah, I said that last night. I mean, I get it. The Dodger bandwagon is really big. I get it. You know, it's easy to root with their payroll and their star power. But I was hoping the Ranger fans would be a little more vocal, a little more fired up today. It sounded like they were. I wish I could have been there. But, yeah, it was you could hear them in the end for sure when Adolis got the walk-off. Grant says Adolis shut them up. Shallow Water says, Grant, I feel you, man. Won't shut up. Sound familiar. Yuda says, please DFA Tavares. He's an automatic out. Well, not when he lays down a bunt single. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. I think we've got another, I would say I get the sense that, like I said, we're going to see probably Peterson bench tomorrow. Final game of the series, travel day Monday, and then the Rangers go to Sacramento, and then they'll go to San Francisco to play the Giants. I think if things don't kind of get going on this trip, especially against a pretty bad staff with the Athletics, I think you might see Boch do a number of different things. Moving guys down, platooning, all kinds of stuff. We'll see. Eagle Run says, hey, wasn't on Victory Plus, so didn't watch. New to the channel. Yeah, Fox, it was an exclusive game next Friday night, the opener against the Giants. That's going to be another Apple TV exclusive game, but they'll be on Victory tomorrow. Looking forward to that on Easter Sunday. Jay says, I find it funny that we let up those runs in the ninth yesterday. It meant it was no longer a one-run game. The streak continues. Yeah, great point. And those are the comments that we have for right now, but love you guys and I appreciate you getting in. It's my final thought before I wrap things up is, it's interesting. We talked about this series being a test, right? And it's maybe it's just me, but it's like you want. I think we all wanted this season to get started for so long, right? Last season was just such a disappointment, and it just dragged on, and it was just frustrating because you knew the team was better, knew the team was capable of more, and just all the injuries, and it was just and so couldn't wait for the season, and you felt good about the team and the optimism and the hope, right, coming in, and it's like, so once the season started, it's just like you just want to get right back into it, right? You want to get right back into playoff mode, right, and get right back into the postseason, but I think we all have to remember, and myself included, that, today is not September 19th. It's April 19th. And so as much as we want to hit that fast forward button and we want to get those baseball playoff games, we want to get that intensity, and we just love the adrenaline, love the baseball playoff fix. We got to let this team kind of cook, and bake, and all the ingredients in there. And we just got to let this Ranger team cook and bake and let them come together and be ready to go when it counts. But I'll tell you what, I'm not big on hyperbole and moral victories and all that, but I think we all agree, you could just feel that this team, because we know they're better. We know the offense is better than what they've shown, and they needed something like this today. They needed just a huge home run, walk-off win, huge at bat for Adolis. Just can't say that enough. Greg Biggs, my long-lost cousin, jumping in. Greg, thanks, buddy. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. That was a huge win, huge game today, and can't wait. Can't wait for the Rangers. Like I said, as tough as last night was and frustrating as parts of this game were, hey, the Rangers still have a chance to win the series tomorrow. It's Tyler versus Tyler. tomorrow on Easter Sunday. So, hey, happy Easter, everybody. Enjoy the day, the morning with your family. I will be with you after the game. We'll be doing this again. So please, if you have time, I know it's Easter Sunday, but love for you to be a part of the show. That's what we're here for. We want you to be involved. But hey, enjoy the rest of your day and night. It's nighttime now, but enjoy your night and enjoy this win. And we'll get back after it tomorrow in the finale. Once again, the final score, Adolis Garcia comes through. And how about Josh Smith, too? I mean, he got the double to get on base, to get the rally started. And I think that kind of got to Kirby Yates, kind of popped his balloon pretty quick. And then Adolis Garcia just jumped all over him. And the walk-off win as the Rangers stun the Dodgers and win Game 2 to even up the series 4-3. This has been the Rangers Postcast.